Today, we are going to make some grass. No, I'm not in Colorado, so it's not going to be that kind of grass. It's our techniques that are so simple and sensible, your mowers will practically build themselves.
Hello folks, it's Mad Dog Merv. Welcome back to the Kit Hoarder Stash. Today I've got a kit that has been re-released by Round 2, and let's jump right in and take a look at this. It is the 007 71 Ford Mustang. So they came out with that LTD not too long ago. That was kind of the police car from 007. Well, here's the Mustang from that series that they're doing. Brand new, hot off the presses. Let's take a look at it, shall we? I'm gonna open this thing up. See, there's the 70 Ford Galaxy that recently came out. Let's take a look at this Mustang. There was a couple of like 71 through 73, that generation of Mustang, on the market at some point in time. And I've built one of them before, many moons ago, but I haven't built one of these in quite some time. There's about 3 different things you can do with this that is really kind of fun. So you could build it as the 007 car right here. So we'll look at the side box there. So you could build it as this 007 Mustang Mach1. You can also, you can also use this to build the Eleanor from the original Gone in 60 Seconds. That's kind of a yellowish colored Mustang, but let me tell you how you can do that here in just a minute. We'll get into that. That's like a 72 Mustang, but 73. It was actually a 71 that they changed and put some different front end parts on because it took them so long to film that movie. And I'm not kidding you on that. So anyway, here you go. It's going to set you back, what, about $27 or so. First thing I see here is a chrome tree. So let's take a look at the chrome. I always wonder how you grow a chrome tree, you know? I don't know. The big thing that I see that's fallen off here, but this looks like a Boss 429 dual 4-barrel manifold that's come off of here. Oh, very nice. The tail piece is very nice. Those honeycombs almost look like you can see through it, but you can't. Looks like it's got a Cleveland oil pan in it here somewhere, and some valve covers for a, I'm assuming it's for a Cleveland. You've got 2 different kinds of wheels. So you got these, I call them the fugly Mustang wheels. I never did like these because they're like grayish, pukish. I mean, they're just nasty. But there's dog dishes, and these dog dishes are actually really nice. I thought maybe you could use them on like a 69 or 70 project, but really the trim rings starting in 71 got bigger, and that's represented here. So very good rendition of the dog dish and trim ring from the 70s. Got some Boss 429 valve covers on here. Looks like we got some wheelie bars, stick shift, electric fuel pump, couple of pretty nice looking chrome Holley carburetors. I think once they strip those down, those might actually be usable as Holley carburetors. Not too bad. Not too bad. I like that. Metal axle, and it looks like you have, and I'm gonna just say white wall tires, just white wall tires. You know, I'm not really into white wall tires, sorry. I'm not into the stock look. Here's your tail lights, headlights, marker lights and your glass. I'm going to leave it in there. Let's take a look at the body and the chassis. So there's part of the grill already there. The body looks pretty good. A little bit of flash on it, but it'll clean up pretty easy, it looks like. You know. I don't see any those sinks that I hate. You know, where you got a plastic sink in there that you got to fill. I don't see any of those. So that's good. And it's one of those older, you know, has the holes for the axle in the back, the holes for the axle in the front, you know. So yeah, it hasn't been improved upon over the years. Let's just put it that way. The interior tub is here. The molded in back seat and the molded in consoles. So, I mean, it's not terrible. Just, you know, definitely not upgraded, that's for sure. My knife is dull. As long as my wit isn't dull, then that's good. Okay, here is parts of the transmission, the shortened transmission, your wheel backs, your firewall, looks like the front part of the body, and some engine parts. Your front, wow, your front seats and your differential. That's like a half differential. I mean, it's only halfway around. That's okay because you only see the top half anyway. And the exhaust isn't too bad. And then this huge hood scoop, similar to what was on like a Boss 429, but like gigantic and gawkish and ugly. Certainly not going to put that on. Okay, here is some kind of a custom, looks like transmission tunnel or something. Radiator wall. Parts of the engine, the mirrors, and a pretty decent hood with a scribing so you could cut out this chunk of the hood. And that's important for me because of what I'm going to do, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do with it here in just a little bit. Nice. So I guess if you wanted to use this and this transmission tunnel for like a drag version, that's not too bad. Okay. Aha, so here's some of the parts I really like. The last couple of trees here. Let's start with this one. So you have an engine block, a big block engine block. You've got some big heads or some smaller heads, so you can... I really don't know what this engine is supposed to masquerade itself as, other than it's the 428 block that came in the Cougars and all that other stuff, you know, like 69 annual kit, that type of thing. So I don't know if it's supposed to try and be a Cleveland. I really don't know what it's supposed to be, but here's what's important to me. This grill piece right here. This is a grill piece for a 72 or 73 Mustang. This is what I would want if I was building Eleanor. From, you know, the Gone in 60 Seconds, the first original one. Fuel injection manifold. You've got a roll cage. That's pretty neat. Looks like you got a front spoiler. Yay, that's good points for that. And you've got some seat belts, like some racing seat belts and some horns. So a mixed bag of cool and, you know, in there. But oh yes, here's what I like. Rear window louvers. I have them on my Mustang, so yeah. And there's a reason I am very happy that this comes in the kit. I'll tell you in a minute. This looks like a small block here. I guess it's supposed to be a Windsor, not a Cleveland. I don't know, but it almost looks like a small block 289. Don't know what it's supposed to be, folks, but yeah, you got a set of heads here, a couple of different manifolds. Interesting. And like a racing dashboard, that's kind of neat. If you were going to do like a NASCAR. Rear wing, and it looks like that roll cage is like a full roll cage. That's cool, you know. So it gives you some options, and I think that's what's neat about it. It gives you some options. Here's your dashboard, stock steering wheel. Funny, it doesn't have a racing steering wheel in it. And some wheel backs. Okay, that's all the plastic parts. Let's look at the decals. My place here is a mess still. It's tough to get into these little decals here. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Very nice decals. So you got some Mustang Mach1 decals, a whole bunch of different marker light decals, Mach1 stripes, some Mustang, running, Mustang badges, and some air cleaner callouts. Let me look at those. 351 4-barrel, 351 4-barrel. That's what that engine's supposed to be, I suppose. Okay. Cool. Yeah, pretty nice. Very nice, actually. And for the destructions, before you begin, 71 Mustang. So here you're gonna, the wheels. Shows you building one of the engines here, putting in your suspension, painting your, oh, whoa. Painting your seat, that's kind of psychedelic. Painting your seat, interior, very simple. Putting all that stuff together. Your final assembly stuff here for the rear, and putting the body on, and all this other stuff. So, I mean, assembly-wise, a total of 8 steps, and pretty simple looking on the assembly. So I do like that. Okay, honestly, I just wish that you got better engine. I like the 351. I like the Boss 429. Don't get me wrong. I really would like a decent one someday. And this grill looks a little funky to me. We're going to find that out when we start building this, because I am going to build this, excuse me, as a 72 Mach 1. I had a upperclassman in high school that had a black and white. If you've seen the show that I did on the high school cars of Mad Dog Merv, some of my friends, and the one that really got me inspired was Craig Marsh, who was captain of the football team. I was like a freshman in high school, and there was this beautiful black and white Mach 1 with the red diamond tuck he had the velvet interior. It was beautiful. What we used to call the 5-inch Mopar hood scoop. Some people know it as a Pro Stock hood scoop. Man, that thing was beautiful. It said 351 Ram Air on it. And as I remember, he had the Keystone Classics and, of course, the big tires in the back. And, beautiful car with the rear window louvers. So, of course, I always wanted rear window louvers on, pretty much anything I could get. And I very rarely have ever had them. Finally, I got them on this Mustang that I have now. So, pretty cool. Yep. Not a bad little chrome piece. So, anyway, I'll get started on this piece here pretty quick. This will be, like I said, I'm going to build it in black and white. Maybe someday I'll do Eleanor. I don't know. We'll see. I'm definitely not going to do the 007 car, but that's okay. You build it however you want to build it. And I think you're going to be very pleasantly surprised with how it turns out, because just in looking at it, looking at the assembly steps and whatnot, looks like it's pretty straightforward. So, all right, folks, thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you next week on The Stash.